Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. We're so excited that you joined us again. Today we are doing a full Epcot vlog. Well, maybe not a full Epcot vlog. We are going to be focusing on the land and the seas pavilions and the journey of water.
So like Steve said, we're going to focus on these two pavilions today. Luckily, we have eaten at all the dining locations at these pavilions, so I'm excited to be able to show you those. We are going to be grabbing lunch from Sunshine Seasons today. We actually did an Instagram poll, and we let you guys decide on what we'll be getting, so you can look forward to seeing the winners in this video. If you're not following us on Instagram, make sure you do, because we like to do fun stuff like that and let you guys interact and choose part of our day or whatever. I want to keep doing that. It seemed like you guys had a lot of fun voting. But yeah, we're going to head into the seas first, and we're just going to explore, you know, the rides. It's a full aquarium, so I think that a lot of people don't really stop and look at all that stuff. You might just like go on the rides and then head out of there to do something else. But there's so much to do in the Seas Pavilion. And then we will be grabbing lunch over at the land and exploring all of the land pavilion as well. And the journey of water is over by both of these. And I feel like because this is like the world nature section now, this whole section, that we should also include the journey of water. And there's a Moana meet and greet too.
Yeah, there's the Moana meet and greet. I love the journey of water. We did do a video on it, which was great, but it was like right when it opened. So I'm excited to get back there because I haven't been back there since we did the video.
Yeah, it's been a while. So yeah, we're pretty much exploring world nature today. That's what this section is now known as. And I'm excited to kind of like take it at a slower pace and do the aquarium because we haven't stopped at all those attractions in the aquarium in a while. So it's going to be a fun day. And the better part about it is both of these pavilions are inside.
That's true.
And we will be beating the heat by staying indoors today.
So join us. We are going to start our day off with a little Nemo and Friends ride.
Yeah, the good thing about like these pavilions is like, I feel like if you hit them first early in the morning, there's not really much of a wait. And then they do have lower wait times throughout the day. Like if it looks like it's high, just wait a little bit because it'll probably move. Right now it's saying about 5 minutes. So we're gonna head in and do that. That way we can get off and explore a little bit in the sea base.
Yeah, so pro tip for Nemo and Friends, if you see anything 20 minutes and under, it is basically a walk onto the ride.
Yes.
It has probably the longest indoor queue of any ride I've ever seen.
That 5 minutes is just walking in.
Yeah, the 5 minutes, it's probably gonna take you more than 5 minutes to walk through the queue. So it's a walk on if you see it under 20 minutes. So aside from this being one of the longest queue lines, it's probably one of the coolest because it does make you feel like you are under the sea. And this is another cute section of the queue. The boat from Nemo. Nemo, touch the butt! This is a great ride if you have never been on it. It is a combination of like real life coral and decorations with a combine of a screen. Throughout this ride, we're on a search for none other than Nemo himself. And this is one of our favorite parts of the ride. This is the little shipwreck section with Bruce, the shark, and this guy. Hee hee hee. So this is a really cool spot. This is where you get to ride on the EAC with Crush and Squirt. And then we come up to the end of the ride where you have a live view into the Sea Base Aquarium with Nemo and Dory projected onto the glass. And we sing our favorite song, World.
So many creatures swimming around the sea.
Once you get off the ride, it puts you right out into the center of the Sea Base Aquarium. So taking a ride on that Nemo and Friends ride, it's a great way to start your little exploration of Sea Base. And as you can see, it's a very big. There are a lot of things to see, and it is 2 floors. So let's start exploring.
So when you get off of the Nemo ride, of course there's Turtle Talk with Crush, and we're going to do that in a little bit. But I think something that is skipped over a lot is right behind us, Bruce's Shark World is over here. And It's kind of just like a little playground area for the kids. But like as a mom that has experienced toddlers who need to get their energy out, it's such a good place to just kind of set them free, let them run around. And like our kids love playing with the sharks. There's some interactive stuff that they can do in there too. So we'll go give you a little tour of Bruce's Shark World. But if your toddlers just need a minute to be kids, take them here. They're gonna love it.
So on the walls, they have like these light up signs. This is like a little tips and tricks for sharks. It gives you all the little tips of what you shouldn't do to avoid being shark food, because while fish are friends, they might also be food, and we are just like those fish. So moving right along, this is like, this is cute. This is Bruce's scrapbook. Just shows like pictures of different sharks, and of course Bruce is right there in the middle. And gives you like facts about the different sharks too. It tells you how big they are, what some different sizes and shapes of sharks look like. And then back here we have one of our friends, our sharky friends from the ride. This is our favorite shark friend from the ride. And then we're gonna just kind of explore in through the little walk around area. There's little games where you can like turn this wheel and mix up the shark face and the tail and make different sharks. So this is just like a fun little area for the kids to like run around and explore. And Bruce is here front and center. And if you go around the backside of Bruce, you're able to take a picture inside of his mouth. So it does get kind of busy over here. The line can be a little bit longer, but it's worth the wait. The kids will love it, and it'll give you a chance to let them run around and unwind a bit. Another super fun and interactive experience here is Turtle Talk with Crush. This is something that you just have to experience if you have the kids here. And if not, and you're an adult and you've never done this, I highly suggest you give it a shot. So Turtle Talk with Crush runs continuously throughout the day. This is the waiting area when you first come in. You'll have to wait a few minutes for the next show to end, but there's a lot of fun stuff to do while you're here. They have these big fish tanks here, and they also have a couple open tanks that you'll be able to check out. But this one in particular has a huge moray eel in it. He's just hanging out there, taking a little nap, I guess. Then over here, right by the entrance where you would walk in, they have these two open fish tanks. And they used to have this where you could just walk right up to it, but now it's roped off. So I'm not sure if people were not being very nice or maybe trying to stick their hands in the tank. But yeah, now they have it roped off. All right, so when you come into Turtle Talk with Crush, you'll see this big window to the ocean. And up on the top right, you'll see a little microphone. That is how we're able to talk to Crush throughout this whole experience. And if you are a younger kid and you have children, there is a space for them up front in the yellow boxes because they want to be front and center because that's who Crush wants to talk to.
K-Crop Shell-Ins! Check out that most excellent double spinning dude, it's hot. That's awesome. Look at all the humans in the human tank. Hey, how you dudes doing in there today? Lizzie, I want to say hi to some of these dudes. Let me start over here on this side, front row, third one from center. Do that short sleeve, dark shawl. Val?
I don't have a question, but I do have a joke.
Okay, what is your joke?
What do clams do on their birthday?
What do clams do on their birthday? I don't know. What do clams do on their birthday?
They celebrate.
You know why turtles cross the ocean? To go to that celebration.
I love Turtle Talk with Crush every single time I go there. It's great.
How cool was it that it was someone's birthday today?
Yeah, and
And
he
they
like
got called on, and he sung in like "Dude."
his dude birthday.
We've never seen that before,
No.
so that was fun.
Do 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 do. We're so glad that you hatched. Do 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 do.
but we're going to explore like this whole first level.
Yeah.
There is aquarium stuff on level 1 and 2. So we're gonna head into ocean life over here, and then we'll head over and check out like the manatees.
Yeah.
Manatees you can see from both levels.
Yeah,
which
they
are
have
cool.
2 levels, and then the main aquarium again is 2 levels. Really just going upstairs to see it because the downstairs is just 2 little windows.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go check that out too.
Yeah, so let's see all of our friends in ocean life.
All right, so in here they have multiple different exhibits. This one is where you're going to be able to see some seahorses swimming around. There goes one. Oh, there's another one. There's a bunch of them in here. And in this one, look, I found Nemo and his dad. They're just hanging out, eating some coral. So there is a mixture in these tanks of live coral and some that's just there for show. This tank has all live coral in it because fish feed off of the coral. We found a little starfish stuck to the side of the tank too. This is in the same tank with the seahorses, but this gives you a real cool look at a starfish that you don't normally get to see. That centerpiece there, that is actually how they eat. Their stomachs come outside of their bodies to grab their food, and then they pull it back inside. So there are also these little like informational panels that you can read all about what are in the tanks. And this one is a tank full of eels, and you have to kind of look for them because they do like to hide out in these little holes. This guy is right there. He's just chilling. And we got another one up here. So there's a little fun fact. If you see an eel like swimming around, opening and closing its mouth like this, they're not trying to eat you. They're just breathing. So we're gonna go check out the manatees. We're gonna check them out on the first level so we can see them swimming around underneath the water. And then once we're done here, we're gonna head upstairs and check them out upstairs. It looks like they're eating right now, so they do a little show up there and kind of talk about the manatees and teach you about them. Both of them individually, they both have names while they're feeding them. And I'll tell you more about them each when we get upstairs and we can see their cute little faces. So we're gonna check out the manatees from upstairs, and this is a full rehabilitation center for the manatees that live here. There are 2 that live here. One is named Lou and the other one is Little Joe. This big one here is Little Joe. He weighs approximately 1,785 pounds, and he was an orphan that was found and brought here so that he can live like a happy, fulfilling life. And his friend that is in the tank with him, that is over here. This is Lou. Lou is kind of hiding out right now. And so the manatees just got a little head of romaine thrown in there. Little Joe is going to come over and take a big bite of that lettuce. And they live solely off of seagrass or any kind of plants that are found in the water. Here is Lou. So this is a way better picture of Lou. Lou is the bigger of the 2, if you haven't noticed. She weighs 2,170 pounds. All right, so I'm done checking out the manatees.
I love seeing the manatees because I love manatees. Like, I just think they are one of like the cutest mammals on earth.
They are. They're like gentle giants.
Yeah, and they are protected. If you ever do encounter one in the wildlife, you are not allowed to touch them.
Yeah, you can't even touch them.
Yep. So, but it's just so cool to see them that close.
It is. So
Joe,
I was going to give you a little fun fact about Little
Oh,
Joe
yeah.
and
Lou.
So they are both rescues. They have tried, they wanted to release them back into the wild. Little Joe is the one that is not, that doesn't have the messed up tail.
Right.
They've released him 3 separate times. Every time he has failed.
He was an orphan.
He was an orphan,
I think
yeah.
The attachment.
So he doesn't know how to get food for himself. He didn't migrate. There was a lot of things that he was supposed to do. So each time he failed his attempt of being released. So they rescued him every time and brought him back here. So now it's more of a long-term rehabilitation. And Lou had a very hard boat strike. The propeller chopped half of the tail off. So that is something that won't really work in the wild. So they both live
Yeah.
here at Disney World, and better for them.
Yeah.
So also upstairs, they have this little area behind me. This is called the nursery. So I've never actually walked in here, so we're gonna check it out and see what's in there. So the nursery here is where they kind of grow coral and bring it back out into the wild and try to, help with the coral restoration in the ocean, because we've so far destroyed a lot of it as humans, and we need to do more to help keep these ecosystems thriving. So this tank has a few clownfish in it and some sea anemones. Well, because clownfish love to live and hide inside the anemones. So this is where you'll be able to see them growing some coral and trying to get it to survive in the wild. This is like a little setup that they do. They actually do this out in the oceans as well, set it up on buoys and hang it so that it can try to grow and regenerate itself. And oh, look at this, this is fun. I found a sea urchin and he's wearing a Mickey hat. So fun fact about sea urchins, they enjoy putting things on top of them to help them with camouflage. And this guy has picked up a little set of Mickey ears to wear. And the last thing to do is go explore the main aquarium. You'll see your dolphins, sharks, rays, sea turtles, and fish. This is a full walk through. You get to walk down, take a little walk around, and check everything out that is here. So on this side, it looks like we found some dolphin. There's actually 3 of them in this tank right now, just swimming around. This is an awesome aquarium. I love it, it's humongous. You got a hidden Mickey down here with a little shark swimming right by. Isn't that perfect? And then here comes a stingray. So there's so much to see in this aquarium. I could literally stay here for hours just looking at all these fish and checking everything out that there is to see. This guy's coming to say hi, look at that. Whoa, that's cool. We got a big ray just cruising along over top of this section here. And this section, if you don't know, this is actually part of the Nemo ride where you see the fish outside. That was a lot of fun. I hope you guys really enjoyed exploring the seas with us. We are gonna head back out to World Nature, but of course you have to exit through the gift shop. So while we do that, I'm gonna show you around the gift shop real quick and show you some of the stuff that we can get here. You're definitely gonna find all of your fun Nemo toys and plushies. I love this shirt of the seagulls. That's great. They got some great seagull shirts over here. Oh, look at this one in different languages. They have some really fun hats here as well. This one, I'm pretty sure is a jellyfish hat. I don't know if I could actually wear this. This is really fun though. They also have these big squid hats with the big tentacles that hang down the side. These are really fun. Well, we are done at the seas. We have seen everything there is to see at the seas, but before we transition over to the land, we want to mention that there is an amazing quick serve restaurant there.
Yeah.
Go
sorry.
ahead.
So Coral Reef is the sit-down restaurant over at the Seas Pavilion. We have eaten there, so we will of course link that full experience.
Yes.
But it's a cool restaurant. It doesn't get the best reviews, and I don't really know why, because we had such a great experience there. I think it's hard to compete with a lot of the cultured food that you'll get around World Showcase, and there's a lot of restaurants in Epcot, so I think Coral Reef gets pushed by the wayside, but you get to dine with the aquariums right in front of you. The kids loved it the whole time during our meal. Everybody was swimming by, and we had a wonderful server, and the food was good. So I would say don't sleep on Coral Reef, especially if you like seafood and your kids enjoy aquarium type atmospheres. They're going to love it. It really is a nice restaurant. So now we're going to head over to the land.
Yes.
It's right around lunchtime. So we are going to do Sunshine Seasons first and grab some quick serve food that you guys voted on, and you picked our lunch today. So thank you for that. And then after lunch, we will explore everything there is to do in the Land Pavilion.
Yep. So when you are coming to order, there are separate sections. This is the grill section. So if you're getting the oak grilled chicken or the oak grilled salmon, or the kids menu mac and cheese salmon or drumstick, you're gonna have to come over to this first section. So in this next section, this is the stir fry area. This is where you're gonna get the stir fried chicken, the Mongolian beef, or the stir fried shrimp. And they are back there, they got their woks going, cooking all this stuff for us as we are here in line waiting. And the next section that they have here is their sandwich and taco section. This is where you're gonna find the roast beef sandwich, the birria tacos, the Mediterranean vegetable sandwich, and the kids menu cheese and pepperoni pizza rolls. So this is the kids section. They have the half of a pizza roll, applesauce, and the pasta salad. And these look like the little birria tacos. And you guys know how much I love a pastry case, and they have a really good pastry case here at Sunshine Seasons. This little guy over here, this is the bee cookie. We have had that before. It is absolutely amazing. That is little pieces of actual honeycomb on top with honey drizzled on top of there. We have a birthday cake cookie, good old chocolate chunk cookie over here. And this turtle brownie, oh my God, guys, this is another amazing dessert that they have here. But today we are coming here for none other than this peanut butter whoopie pie. So I'll be grabbing that, and then we'll try all of this food that you guys just saw, and we'll let you know how it is. We have found a somewhat quiet spot in Sunshine Seasons. This is a cool little section that I've hunted out, because normally all the main seating is underneath like the huge skylight right in the middle.
Yeah.
But if you're looking for like a more secluded spot, there is like this little like alcove cut out over by Living with the Land that doesn't have anybody sitting in it. We're the only people here.
Yeah.
So it's perfect for our vlog.
Yeah.
But we're gonna go ahead and get started and eat some of this food that you guys just saw, that me getting at the actual like food court line. Everything looked amazing. So let's start like talking about what we actually got. You guys picked both of our meals today.
Yeah.
So the first one is going to be the oak grilled chicken.
Yeah, so we have the oak grilled chicken, and that is served with black beans and yellow rice. And then we got the Mongolian beef, that is with a vegetable fried rice. And then for the kids, we got the adult size cheese pizza rolls. Steve said that the kid size is about half the size of this,
Well,
and
they
are
actually
splitting
just
it.
cut it in half.
Oh, okay.
They just give you half
So
of an adult.
Our kids are splitting it, so we just got the adult size, and that is served with pasta salad, and the kids are already eating that and loving it.
Yeah.
So I've heard good things about the pizza roll. They do have a pepperoni pizza roll too. I've always kind of got stuck hanging out at Sunshine Seasons while like people are going on Soarin' when we've been on vacation. 'Cause
Right.
We've always had little ones that aren't tall enough for Soarin' yet, because that is a 40-inch height requirement. And I've always had a pleasant experience with the kids here. So that is my pro mom tip. You know, if someone's going on Soarin' and you have someone not tall enough, hang out like back here, find a quiet spot. But they had great snacks over there.
Yeah.
Grab a treat or a little snack and let your little one chill and rest for a little bit. So let's dig in. Steve always grabs a beer while we're here. It's like your thing.
Yeah, as you were saying, it's a pleasant space for a mom. It is also a pleasant place for a dad, because they have some great alcohol selections up there. The one time you guys were on Soarin', I was waiting out here, and when you came back, I was sipping on a Bloody Mary.
Yeah.
It was the Cutwater brand of like Bloody Mary in a can. It was actually really, really good. But yeah, every time I'm down here, and if I'm the one sitting out, I always grab a drink.
Yeah. So either way, for moms and dads who have to hang back with little ones, grandparents, whoever that may be, it's a good experience here to, you know, hang out while you're waiting for Soarin'. But everything else that we have shown today, any kid can go on. And I love that, because, you know, I hate when someone has to miss out.
So while you're cutting up this chicken, I think you should just take a bite. You're not having very good luck with that. But
I'm terrible at like cutting up chicken on the bone.
I am gonna let you in on my vegetable fried rice and my Mongolian beef.
Everything smells really great.
The rice is good, nice flavor. Yeah, I can't complain anything about the rice. It's cooked well.
Okay.
Why don't you try the chicken?
I'm gonna go for the chicken.
And while you're chewing that, I'm gonna try the beef.
Oh, wow. It actually has more flavor than I was expecting.
Okay.
That oat grill flavor is really good, but I'm noticing it does have some herbs and stuff in there. Kind of tastes like a delicious home-cooked meal.
Yeah, and what about the texture? Like, is the chicken good
It's
texture?
perfect.
It's not like mushy
It
or
is
dry?
not dry. It is not mushy. It is literally cooked like to perfection there. I mean, you
Awesome.
can see it. It looks moist. Go for it. I don't have skin on that, but
Yeah, it is.
it's a great flavor on that chicken for
It's like smoke flavor. It's a good smoke flavor.
and a little bit of like undertones of herbs.
Yeah.
So if we're not having like a sauce or anything like that, it's a really good chicken.
All right, well, here is my Mongolian beef, and this is a stir fry. I showed you guys they were making it. Hold on, my camera is like sliding and moving. There we go. So I showed you guys they were making it. They have the woks set up right there, so this hopefully is going to be delicious.
Okay, I'm gonna eat some of this yellow rice and while you're trying that.
Mmm.
Good. The yellow rice is amazing. There's actually a lot of flavor in that yellow rice.
Yeah. All right, so the beef is a hit. I'm loving it. I just want to say thank you to everybody who voted for the Mongolian beef because this is really good.
Yeah, that was not like high on our radar.
I mean, it was, if I had to pick something on there, I knew you were going to pick chicken. I was either torn between the beef or the shrimp.
The shrimp stir fry is probably like the one I would have picked
Yeah,
over this, but
really.
I'm surprised that the Mongolian beef got the votes that it did. I wasn't expecting it, but
It's
is it
good.
like an underrated?
I would think so. I mean, it's beef. So like if you're not a seafood person,
Yeah.
the only other option is this chicken or the beef, and
Well-
the beef is good.
I'm gonna say I did not put this on the poll. They have birria tacos here.
They did. I showed them.
Yeah, I did not put that on the
They're
poll.
small.
Well, I just felt like if I put them on there, everybody would have voted for that, and I don't like birria tacos. So I purposely left them
Right.
off. But if you like birria tacos, they have them here. But how did they look on the line?
I mean, you guys saw them. They were tiny. They
Okay.
looked like almost like mini tacos. You got 3 mini tacos. Now, maybe that was a kid size that they had, the kid size ones that they had out there, but I didn't see birria tacos on the kids menu.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
seems like those are the tacos that you would get. I mean, if you love them, you love them. Go ahead and try them.
Yeah,
But they looked a little small for me.
I know birria is like popular
I love it.
today.
I'm great with it. I love it.
So I purposely didn't put that on the poll because I was like, if I put that on there, everyone's going to vote for that and nothing else is going to get
Probably.
a shot. So I wanted it to be a fair chance, and I also am not a fan of them. So I put things that I knew I would like and let you guys take the pick. But oh my gosh, I'm loving this. Honestly, it's like a home cooked meal, and
Yeah.
that's the thing that I like to show you guys because I know a lot of people are like, I don't want another burger, I don't want another chicken tender.
Right.
And there's some different food here. Keep in mind that this is really only for lunch.
Yeah.
So they do have a very limited like breakfast menu. They have a lot of pastries and things like that in the
All
morning.
day long.
Then come 4 p.m., it switches over to snack, which is like kind of whatever they have left over throughout the day. I feel like we've
Well,
been here in the
it's
evening.
the grab and go stuff. If you have like the prepared salads, the sandwiches,
Right.
these pastries and cookies, that's all that's left
Yeah,
after 4 o'clock.
we've come in the evening, and sometimes it's like slim pickings. And so if you want to eat here, plan this as your lunch. It's really the only time you're going to find this food that we're showing.
It is time to try this peanut butter whoopie pie, and I
Yeah.
am so excited to try it.
Steve is a big peanut butter
Love peanut butter
fan.
chocolate.
I mean, if it has peanut butter, he's probably going to get it. Like, my
Yeah.
favorite 100% is a turtle brownie, but I'm a big caramel and brownie fan. But this looks amazing. I love the little
It is.
chocolate curls on the outside. Like, it's
Yeah.
not just like chocolate chips. It's very fancy
It is.
for like a quick serve.
And it looks like a peanut butter buttercream icing. Here, take a look at that.
I mean, I just have nothing but good things to say about the food and desserts over here at Sunshine Seasons. Every dessert we've gotten has been so good.
Yeah.
Like, amazing bakery quality. So like, if that is your thing and you want a treat, you've got to come over here and check out what they have. All right,
So
you
just
go
take-
first.
Just take a bite, right?
Yeah. It looks like very soft cake.
Yeah, here you go. All right, so that cake is super soft and moist, and the icing inside, peanut butter icing, it's not overly sweet, which
Oh
is
my
always
goodness.
something I'm worried about with like
No.
something like this. It's gonna be so sweet it like hurts your teeth.
Like, honestly, this tastes better than something I've gotten from like most bakeries.
Yes.
This cake is amazing, and I'm not like the biggest peanut butter lover. It can be too much for me sometimes. This is perfect because it's a light peanut butter flavor.
Yeah.
It's fluffy. It's just so, so good, but the cake alone.
You're like raving over this cake.
Oh my gosh, because I'm like always so impressed by the desserts here. I mean, I just find them to be really good, better than like the I guess like the food court bakery stuff and things like that. But
Right.
you know, and I think it doesn't get enough attention for how great these bakery
Well,
items
people
are.
pass over this spot because of
It's Epcot, and you can get
there's-
stuff in all the
there's so much
countries.
other stuff, but like Sunshine Seasons is not a place to sleep on.
No, and the food was amazing. Like I really enjoyed my meal.
Yeah.
I mean, everything tasted really good. So, like I said, it's a great spot to come and sit in the air conditioning because that's like the one downfall to World Showcase. There's not a lot of seating and there's not a lot of air conditioned spots. If you're trying to grab food on the go, you're not going to find that.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think that this is a spot to go that is different from that, where you know you're going to find a seat and you can hang out in the air conditioning for a little bit. Well, I love Living with the Land. That farm scene with the dog barking is like...
That's your favorite.
It's so nostalgic for me because I remember like loving that scene as a kid, and then I used to love dining at Garden Grill, and you see those scenes from there, and it's just very nostalgic for me. So I love that ride. It's air conditioned. It's enjoyable. It has an amazing flute solo at the end that I love to hear. So we just love it. But yeah, and then there is also another ride on this first level down here.
There is, but before we get to that, the land,
wanted to
the
talk
Living
about
with
the
the
tour.
Land, if you are a plant fan,
or
they
just
have,
if you like the ride.
or if you
and
like the ride,
you're
you want
looking
to
for
know
something
more,
different to do.
there is the Behind the Scenes tour. So that is a walking tour with like audio and like a guide that you have like a little headphone set. They tell you all about everything there, how they grow it, everything that goes into it. It is for ages 3 and up, and I've never done it. It's something we want to try, but we have to wait until the kids are a little bit older.
I wanted to incorporate it since the kids are homeschooled. I would love to do it around Earth Day.
That would be
because I feel like
perfect.
it would be so relevant for them to do and learn something like that. So that's what you have to think about too. If you want to include a little education on your trip, they do have that, and it is very educational. So anyway, back to before I forgot about the Behind the Scenes tour.
So now there is one more ride here. This is actually a ride. It is thrilling, it's fun, it's exciting. It is Soarin' Around the World.
Soarin' Around the World is for anybody 40 inches and up. You are, your feet are kind of hanging. You're getting the experience as if you are on a hang glider and you are seeing scenes from all around the world. Every once in a while, they'll bring Soarin' over California over here and have it for a limited time, but I do prefer Soarin' Around the World.
I do too.
Better, but we've done Soarin' over California in Disneyland too, but the one thing I love about it is like those smells that they incorporate, and people love when Disney pumps in those scents, and there's a lot of like candles and things made with scents from Soarin'. So if you've never done it, it is a really fun experience. If you're afraid of heights, not that you're super high up, but you kind of feel like you are, so you might want to take that into consideration. But I love it. It's a nice, like, relaxing ride, and you get to see some fireworks at the end. So up here on level 2 of the Land Pavilion, behind us is Garden Grill. This is one of my all-time favorite Disney restaurants because I grew up going here as a kid. I feel like it's like one of my core memories. The coolest thing about it is the entire restaurant rotates.
Yes.
And you get to see those scenes from Living with the Land, as I mentioned before. But on top of that, it was a character meal. So it's Chip and Dale and Mickey and Pluto.
Yes, Mickey and Pluto.
And they're dressed in their best, like, farmer gear.
Yeah, some plaid and, like, little, like, straw hats and stuff.
So for breakfast, it's Chip and Dale's Harvest Feast. And, we've eaten breakfast here. I grew up eating breakfast here. Breakfast is amazing. More recently, we had a lunch here. So the lunch and dinner menu are the same. And it was phenomenal.
It was amazing.
The kids ate really well here.
That's what really matters.
Yes.
When the kids eat the food.
Right. And it's all you care to enjoy, so you don't have to get up and go anywhere. They bring everything to you, and if you want more of something, they will bring it out. But we just love it, and we do have a full video of that we will link for you guys too. But I highly recommend Garden Grill, especially for breakfast if you want to like ensure that you're filling up early before you hit the countries. But yeah, solid recommendation for me. I love it for all meals, character, rotating restaurant. What more could you ask for?
So we are sitting inside of Awesome Planet. Now, this is not a ride. Like I showed you, this is like an auditorium type show that teaches you all about the planet that you live on,
Yeah.
Earth.
Another good thing to do around Earth Day.
Yeah.
This and the behind the scenes tour. That might be my lesson for next year.
Good, because as far as we've searched throughout the universe, we've never found another place that can support life. It truly is a miracle, this awesome planet that we've been given. Let's keep it that way.
That's gonna wrap up our full tour of the Land Pavilion.
Yeah.
I had a great time exploring everything, and eating all that food was just great.
Yeah, and I just want to make note that, like, I know I probably said it in the beginning that people kind of just rush through these things.
Yeah.
Between the seas and the land, we spent about 2 hours in each one.
Yeah.
We spent
And
about 4 hours.
That's a lot of time.
I mean, we've been taking our time and, like, talking to people and whatever,
Right.
but yeah. So, like, I want you to just think about that. How much time do you spend in the seas and the land? Because we just experienced these in 4 hours.
Yeah. Do you run
See you
over
for
to
a day.
Soarin' and go on the ride and then leave?
Yeah,
Because
probably.
you're missing a lot of fun stuff.
Yeah.
So I suggest you guys take your time next time you come to Disney World.
They are
Hey,
air
how are ya?
conditioned.
And then, yeah, explore everything that there is
Yeah.
to see, because there's a lot of fun stuff that you might miss. We are going to explore one more thing over here in the World Nature section of Epcot, and that is Moana's Journey of Water.
Yeah, so this is not like a ride, but it's like an interactive experience, and you will see that you can interact with the water. It's a nice place to try to stay cool, let the kids get some of their energy out. And
Yeah.
there is also a Moana meet and greet
Yeah.
nearby. We are not going to meet her today, but we have met her in the past. So I do recommend, if your kids are Moana fans, make sure that you put Journey of Water and the Moana meet and greet at the top of your list.
All right, well, let's head inside and let's go check out the Journey of Water and learn all about the water. The first stop on our Journey of Water is the water cycle. It shows how the water connects us all. So the water cycle, we begin with rain. Born as drops of water high in the sky, the rain falls from the clouds to earth and renews everything it touches. While we're on our journey here, make sure you keep an eye on the rocks. You might find some familiar faces, like right there. In this section, you can touch the strings of water, and as you touch them, it gives like a different tone or sound that you can hear. All right, let's give it a try. Whoa, that's so cool. Next stop on our journey is the stream. We're gonna show you how you can control the water. So the kids are over here. You're gonna stand right on this little blue water spot here, and then as you move your hands, the water will jump. Whoa, that's so fun. We're gonna take a walk through the wetland. There is a dry path if you choose to not get wet, but we're gonna take the wet path, but of course. So this is gonna have a little bit of a stream right here on the ground that you have to walk through. So if you don't want your shoes to get wet, then maybe you shouldn't do it, but I'm taking my time. And that brings you right over to the spring. And this is where the water moves underground and filters through like sand and gravel as it goes through. And then you'll get to play with the stream or the spring as well. By moving your hand up and down, you can move the water up and down. And this next section is where you can walk through the water. It will actually stop for you, but if you run, you'll get wet. So I'm just gonna walk, and it opens its space. The next section they have here is the lake. This shows that the water is all connected. The lakes are continually being refilled by water coming from all different sources. And you can see that here with the waterfall just behind us and the streams filling into the lake with Tafiti just behind us. And then from the lake, we're gonna follow the river all the way around. So this is another interactive water feature that they have here. This is where you can stand on one of those water droplets, and as you raise your hands to the sky, the water will shoot up through the rocks. Kids and adults love this. And then in this section, this is where you have to jump on the little round spots to send the water back up to the sky. And we're about to exit the Journey of Water. The last stop here is the sky. The water knows the way. It falls from the sky, and then once again, it returns back to the sky in the form of a cloud. Journey of Water is a different experience than what you would really be able to see in anywhere in Disney World.
Yeah.
But this is like a cool educational experience about the journey of water.
Yeah, if you take the time to stop and read the signs, you will actually learn something. And it's cool because it is hot today. You can choose to get as wet or as dry as you please. Keep in mind there are little splashes and things here and there, but you don't have to get soaked. But really, the kids just think it's so cool to be able to interact with the water, that they can do certain things and then something happens.
Yeah.
So it's
cool
really
part.
awesome, and we do recommend it, especially if you're a Moana fan. Just seeing Tafiti at the end.
Yeah.
There is a photo pass there, so you can get your photos with Tafiti. But yeah, it's really cool. I had so much fun just taking it slow today and enjoying world nature. We never really take it this slow.
No, we
in
don't.
these sections because we're always go, 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 as a lot of people are. But I would suggest don't overwhelm yourself.
No.
World Showcase can get very hot.
It can.
There's
This is
not
a
a lot
great
of shade.
place to spend the day and be cool.
Get
and
a good
or
meal.
take a break from World Showcase.
Right.
Yeah.
Wonderful restaurants over here and just an amazing experience altogether.
Yeah.
So we thank you so much for watching.
Yes.
And as always,
Stay fabulous.
All I want